And there's two areas that 3D technologies are making a big impact. One is prototyping. So it's actually the opportunity to explore more complex spatial ideas and get a very quick sense of what the spatial implications are. So that's in representation. The other, of course, is in making things. So the ultimate is the 3D printed house or the 3D printed buildings. What 3D technology is meant for the sort of work I do is that things that are complex, instead of having to simplify them simply to make them affordable, we don't do that. We just look at the technology and the opportunities to make what was too expensive more practical. Gaudi himself modelled using plaster of Paris. So in a strange way, the work we do now it's using the same material. It's plaster of Paris, but it's printed by a machine instead of made by people. So what we've been able to do is versioning is one of the most extraordinary changes. By versioning, I mean we can look at radically different alternatives and compare them very quickly with each other. Before, we had to rely entirely on what we could represent by drawing. Now what would take months, and usually at a very large scale too because of the complexity, we can make in very small scale in a day or less. The way Gaudi worked, very hands-on, I don't think we can assume that he would necessarily have jumped to using the computer or 3D modelling, but I'm sure he would have appreciated the opportunities it would give him to advance his projects. Low-cost housing given to places where there's been a challenge for providing proper accommodation. I can see opportunities for cities being built more quietly and more efficiently because a lot of them, the components will be made somewhere else, probably 3D printed. It's additive that's going to be the future, and there's going to be materials we don't even know about today that are going to really upset things in a very positive way.